Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here. Um, I'd like to talk to you in this video about alternate fingerings. Now, on a lot of the notes on the saxophone, and it doesn't really matter which saxophone you're playing, there are several choices for some of the notes. So, for example, let's start with the most basic one, which is F sharp. So that's your middle finger. Now if you play F and then push on the side key to raise it, you have a different F sharp. So they're slightly different. You can hear the timbre of the two is slightly changed from F sharp. So the main thing is really you can use it for a chromatic scale or whatever, going up and down. So it would be more logical to use the chromatic fingering, the other F sharp, for certain passages. Okay, so that's one. The other thing is if you had to hold the note out. Well, that's good, but you know what? I think the other one, to me, has a more singing quality. So even though it's more work, see the one with the finger by itself, and especially when you get smaller saxophones, it's like the soprano opposed to the tenor. The tenor is going to have a different quality to it again, and you have to just know what they do, and also listen to see how in tune they are. So they're slightly different. You might have to adjust very slightly with your mouth. To pull them into closer pitch if you were going to use it. Okay, so let's do the next one. We have B flat. I'm using the one finger, or if we use two fingers and the bottom side key. Okay, so they're a little different also. See, so that little part of Rainy Day, or I use the other one. So the B flat. They both have their purpose. You have to, again, decide, which one fits your needs better based on, also, if you're playing a chromatic thing. For an arpeggio, makes more sense to use this one, or you could use one and one also. There's another B flat. See, when you push down your F key, it closes this B flat here. But to me, the one and one on here is stuffy. But if I was going from quickly, from like B flat to D, I could leave this down, or I could just do this. Then I have to push all three keys on the bottom. See, it just saves you from having that extra motion, because this is already down, but it's going to be slightly stuffy. Or you might have. Now, one thing you have to check, if you're going to use the one and one B flat, is that it's actually working and it's closing this little key all the way. If it's not, you sometimes have an adjustment screw that you can use that controls this. You just have to look for the lever. And on this one, see the lever is moving right there. And there's a screw above it. So you close it. And most saxophones have that lever. So you might have to make a very slight adjustment for that key. And the other one is C. So that's your C, your regular C that we use all the time. Or we can use the B key with the middle side key. If I wanted to go to the C from the B, it wouldn't make sense for me to flip my fingers. Now, on the upper register, also, like for example, on this particular instrument, again, it's a closed fingering. I can get quite a bit of power out of that side C, and it isn't pretty in tune. Or if I go to the other one, see that one, it's good, and it's the one we use for quick stuff. And so on. That's what you need that for too, but to hold it out, you can hear the tone kind of rasp off of these, off the resonator, the booster that's in there. So it's a little annoying at times. This one, with the key open on the side, doesn't give you so much of that raspiness off of the next resonator pad. So, when you have boosters on the pads, the tone kind of, it bounces off of them. That's why they're in there, But sometimes, especially up in the upper register, especially on a soprano, the tenor's not so obvious, the alto halfway, you have to listen. Sometimes you hear these funny sounds, or they're coming off the resonators in the other keys. And finally, I don't want to make this video too long, right? You have the upper stack, the F. So if I play the regular E, there's the front E. So yeah, that, the F. Or and so on, so on. So you don't want to be going all those side keys to make, if you had something. So you would use the front F. And the F sharp, if I want to go just to the front closed one. See, I used the front one the first time. I used the other one. Now for G, I use my, but here's the closed F sharp. I'm sorry, the one with, this is the open F sharp. That's my front one with this, with the low B flat key. Here's my full one. All right? And G, there's only really the one G you're going to use. So I'm using the top key and the B flat and the side here. And I can go up again by hitting this one. And if I need to go to the other notes, there's other fingerings to use, but that's not the purpose of this lesson. You know, so I'm just showing you how you could use these alternate fingerings. If you need to go to G or something, even on the other instruments, you would need to use the front F key. So there's your E. You know, those kind of things you can choose for yourself. So if I have to go up very quickly to like, right, I would use the regular one because it's almost a guarantee. The other one sometimes can be tricky because you get more into the overtone voices. See, and you miss a little in between. At least I am right now. I might have to sit and work it out, right? There's my one finger. Right? And I front C. But if I want to go to the side, so you kind of decide which ones you want to use on your own as far as the music is concerned that you need to play, and if there's more arpeggios or if you have to hold the note out. Like I just said, the C on the side is very powerful. Where the front one, because it's already closed above it, and this is kind of like what happens. This is where the sound comes from. You know, here, the sound is coming from this open key, right? So it's two different situations. This is the sound is coming from just this on the B key here. You know, that's where it vents out of there. So it's more closed up. That one has more power to it. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, learning about some of your alternate fingerings and that you try them on your own and understand more what they do. And when I'm done with the video, I'm sure I'll decide that I missed one. So, you know, if we did, we'll get to it another day. All right, have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.